Hi guys, and welcome to this week's QR Code series episode. So we finished off last week's series episode with that speed swap Pheromosa from Aaron Cybertron Zeng, and this week we've got a special team. So we had a request on the channel a few weeks ago from the Gons, one of the subscribers on the channel, asking if we could make a Dhelmise team on our School of Hard Knocks series. And with everything that kind of went on over the weekend, I just totally forgot when I was putting this team that we're using currently at the minute together. I totally forgot to put the Dhelmise in. I felt really bad when he mentioned yesterday because you guys put requests in. I want to kind of keep up with those and make sure that I'm doing them. So what we're going to do is, just to make up for it in the stopgap time between making our next School of Hard Knocks team, we're going to feature Dhelmise today. So I've been on the global link and I found this Dhelmise team that you can see on your screen right in front of you to the left here. I think it's to the left, I don't know. It goes vice versa on the camera, it's really confusing. But as you can see on your screen right now, so this is a team from a Japanese player who's kindly put this onto the global link. As always guys, I will link this team in the description below if you guys want to go and try it out for yourselves. So the team consists of Tokol, Lilligant, Dhelmise, Ludicolo, who am I? It's not a Mexican dancer Pokemon, it's Lucario, the fighting steel type Pokemon, Drampa and Oranguru. So as we can take a closer look before we quickly get into the matches. So we see the Lilligant quite standard with a Focus Sash. It's got After You for that Tokol support with Leaf Storm, Sleep Powder and Protect. We've got the Tokol holding the Charcoal item that we saw very early on in the season. It boosts fire type attacks into the sun, going for 3 fire type attacks here, not any coverage at all, just with a Heat Wave, Eruption and Flamethrower. Then we've got the Dhelmise. Dhelmise is really interesting here because it's running Protect, it's got Power Whip, it's got the Anchor Shot, and it isn't running a Ghost type move, it's actually running Earthquake and Ground Realm Z, which I imagine is probably there for things like Muck and Arcanine. If we get a Trick Room up, it probably will be able to one-shot those things pending Intimidate. So if we can play around Intimidate, we should be able to pick up big KOs with that and surprise KOs as well. We've got Lucario with Follow Me support. It is holding an Iron Ball, interestingly enough, so that's probably to operate a bit better under the Trick Room environment. Iron Ball halves the speed of any Pokemon holding it, so it will be very slow. It's got Hidden Power, which you don't know what it is. You've got to imagine that it might be Ice, potentially for Garchomps. That would be my best guess. We've got Aurora Sphere, it's Fighting type, and Flash Cannon, it's Steel type stab attacks. Then we've got Drampa, another very good Trick Room Pokemon that we don't tend to see that often anymore. We saw Gavin Michaels pilot it very early on in the US, winning a regionals with it, with that Oranguru. I'm pretty sure, no, he didn't run Oranguru with it, I don't think so, no. But he had a Drampa on his team. Anyway, this is holding the Life Orb, it's got that Berserk ability, Protect, Hyper Voice, Dracometer and Thunderbolt, and then we round things off with our Trick Room setter, Oranguru, again pretty standard, Inner Focus to stop any fake out abuse, so we can guarantee the Trick Room off, Instruct to help just hit things twice, Psychic just for coverage, and then Protect. So there is the team guys. I'm going to pull it down because I've already got it loaded up on my DS, and we will jump straight on to the Battle Spot ladder and see if we can find our first opponent of the day. I have had a haircut eventually. I haven't really had time to do much with it since I got back, but I am so happy I got rid of the mop. It was getting like ridiculous, but you guys don't care about that. Or you might care about my upkeep, but it's not why we're here, is it? We're here to play some Pokemon. So we have our first opponent, and they are running a team of, let's see, Arcanine, Alolan Persian, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Tapu Koko, and Snorlax. So this is another QR code team here that we've got. What I'm going to do next week, guys, as well, we'll either play something special that we've had requested, or if any of the US Internats teams come out, I'll play one of those, but we'll see what happens in the interim. We might do some special episodes of the weekend. Anyway, we need to concentrate a bit on this team. So what we're gonna do, Lilligant Torkoal is quite nice here. We have to be careful of that Persia with a fake out though. Arcanine obviously becomes a bit of an issue here. But we could just go for the Trick Room mode, to be honest. It's not the worst thing in the world. Go Torkoal, Oranguru, let's go Dhelmise, and do we want Drampa? Or do we want Lucario to hit that Snorlax for good damage? The Lucario is not bad, to be honest here. Hits the Persian as well, the Kartana for good damage, as long as we get the Trick Room up. The only problem is I don't think we'll be underspeeding the Snorlax even with the Iron Ball. Snorlax is just so slow, and it speed ties with stuff like Amoonguss from past generations, so I'm just kind of gauging that. So we see my opponent lead off with Tapu, Koko and Persian, Alolan Persian, and we'll lead off with that Oranguru and Torkoal. Now the question here is, does the Persian go for a fake out or a taunt here onto the Oranguru? Let's go Trick Room. Let's just try. Let's go like all in, try and get it off and just protect the Torkoal this turn. We probably will. I like fully expect a taunt here, but they might expect a Mental Herb, so they may not go for the taunt. So let's see. If we can get the Trick Room off, we're going to be in such a good position to start launching those eruptions with Instruct. So there's the fake out. It is into the Oranguru. And there's a Nature Power. T-Bolt into the Oranguru. But that's fine, that'll just proc our Citrus Berry. And because we're in a focus as well, we don't care about that. Fake out, we do get the Trick Room off. And like I said, if we got that off, we're in such a dominating position now because we can just Instruct Erupt with no risk. So I am going to Instruct the Torkoal, and I'm just going to launch one of those big juicy eruptions off in the sun. And we should clear the field if nothing switches out, which it doesn't. So there's the first eruption. Oh dear, that is ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so we just clear the field straight up. We don't even need the Instruct, even though we're going to get the animation anyway. And the eruption just fails. So we've taken a very early lead here. I think my opponent banking on us not having inner focus there kind of has cost him a little bit, but regardless of that, it just shows how good the inner focus ability still is. It still has a place within the metagame. So we see my opponent bring in the Arcanine and the Snorlax. Now we've got two options here. We could go for an eruption with Torkoal, which we'll get off before the Snorlax can attack. Although the next eruption isn't going to be as powerful, but I think just because the initial eruption is going to be so strong, I'm going to go for the eruption here. It might have been worth going for a Heat Wave, but this first eruption is going to be so strong. It's going to do probably the damage that we're going to need it to get onto that Snorlax straight up. But anyway, we see the Arcanine go for the Helping Hand, so the Snorlax is probably going to go for a high horsepower into the Torkoal. But we do survive it. We are going to get another eruption off, this time not doing too much damage. But just a nice bit of chip. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just go for a Instruct and a Heat Wave. But I totally expect the Torkoal to go down here. But not in the worst situation in the world. There's an Extreme Speed. We should take this though. Yeah. There's the Heat Wave. I don't expect us to get another heat wave off though. Oh, we are gonna, because the Snorlax just goes for a recycle, proc the berry. So there's the instruct. And we'll get another heat wave off. Oh, Arcanine does avoid this time. This is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Oh, and we pick up the burn on the Snorlax as well, which is pretty huge. And is that the end of the Trick Room now? No, we've got one more turn, so that's fine. I think we can take potentially another extreme speed, but just in case we can't, I'm going to go for a Psychic into the Arcanine, and I'm just going to go for that Heat Wave again. So there's the extreme speed. Do we hang on? Oh, 2 HP. Okay, Tokol. Boss in this game. Oh, we proc the berry on the Arcanine, which isn't ideal. Okay. And Snorlax just going for another recycle here. So we do get that Psychic off into the Arcanine. Do some decent damage with it. The sun does fade. And the Trick Room will end now. Yeah. So, I think what we'll do is we will go for another Trick Room, because we've got 2 Pokemon in the back that will enjoy the Trick Room. Once this Tokol goes down, I'm going to expect the Tokol to go down here. But we see a Flare Blitz come out from the Arcanine into the Tokol, so that's fine. And let's see what the Snorlax goes for. Hopefully not a Belly Drum, that wouldn't be ideal. Just a recycle, so that's alright. And there's a Trick Room. Right, I'm going to bring in Dhelmise here. And we can go for that Tectonic Rage into the Arcanine, get rid of it. And I'm going to switch out Oranguru at this point into Lucario as well. Or do we need to, actually? I don't want to risk it, actually. I'm not going to bother doing that just yet. I'm just going to go for the Tectonic Rage into the Arcanine and a Psychic into the Snorlax. Just keep chipping it down if I can. And there's the curse. So, it is trying to get set up. Just boosting those defenses, making itself slower. And here comes that Tectonic Rage from one of the most unlikely Pokemon that you probably ever see it come out of, but it's super effective in this situation. It's going to clear the field of that Arcanine that is threatening us right now. And then we can kind of concentrate all of our effort onto this Snorlax. So we do want to reverse the Trick Room this next turn. So at least everything we've got is faster than the Snorlax after the curse. So we'll just go for that Trick Room with Oranguru. And what we're going to go for with... What's the base power of Anchor Shot? I have like no idea about. Base power 80. Power Whip 120. Kind of makes sense that we go for the Power Whip. It's just a bit risky because the Power Whip does have a bit shaky accuracy. So if we miss, it's not ideal. But so Snorlax continuing to just go for those curses. We do get the Power Whip off, do decent damage, and then there's the Trick Room reversing. So I'm going to switch in Lucario for Oranguru now, because we have Aurora Sphere on it, so we'll be able to hit that Snorlax and ignore the curse boost because it's not boosting its special defense here, so we'll be able to hit it on the special side with our Lucario. We should be outspeeding it. Now the Trick Room has ended. We go for another Power Whip into the Snorlax. Hopefully it just keeps cursing, or we see maybe a recycle here. Yeah. But I'm hoping that an Aurora Sphere and a Power Whip is going to be enough to pick up the KO here. Maybe not. Maybe not. I guess we got to bank on... No, we don't have Flash Cannon, so we'll go for that Aurora Sphere. And we'll go for another Power Whip. Hopefully the Power Whip does hit. So there's the Aurora Sphere. Let's see how much damage this does. Should be doing decent enough damage. Yeah, really good damage. We get the Power Whip. If we don't see a Recycle come out here, then Snorlax is down. But we don't even need that because the Power Whip is enough. And good game to my opponent, and we managed to kind of eke out a win here. The first turn there was just, it made it so difficult for my opponent to kind of take any momentum away after we got that Trick Room up. They could have potentially switched the Koko and Persian out that second turn. I think that would have put them in a lot better position. You know, the Snorlax would have taken so much damage there, so you kind of maybe wanted to switch out the Koko in that position for the Arcanine, let the Persian maybe go down, and then bring the Snorlax in and start wreaking havoc with the Snorlax from that point, and then you've still got at least 3 Pokemon on your side of the field rather than just 2, and you've got no options to switch out or anything like that. So that might have been an option for my opponent, but nevertheless we kind of capitalized on that that first turn with the on tempo not being able to get flinched, and the fake out just doing nothing that turn. So Oranguru really pulling through and kind of dictating the pace of the game for the rest of the team to kind of operate there, so that was really nice. And we have our next opponent of the day. So they are running a team. It's not a QR code team this time. They're running a team of Tapu Lele, Klefki, Celesteela, Alolan Marowak, Gastrodon, and Gyarados. So interesting, very interesting mix of Pokemon here. We've got that like early combo that we saw earlier in the format of Alolan Marowak and Gyarados. That Lightning Rod protecting it from any electric type attacks. I really do like... wonder what the Dhelmise base speed is. Like, I don't know if it's gonna underspeed the Marowak. It must do. Must do. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure Marowak doesn't hit that slow. So we can get a Trick Room up. I might put the Trick Room mode in the back, though. Because we could potentially go Lucario, because my opponent's definitely going to have like Taunt or Roll, so we could go Lucario, Oranguru to guarantee the Trick Room up with Tokol and Dhelmise in the back. I think that works pretty well, because if we can get the Dhelmise in, even if the Marowak's out in the field, we've got that Tectonic Rage to take advantage of that, so it's an option anyway, so we'll see what we can do. But you've just got to think that the Gyarados probably could potentially have Roll. The Klefki definitely has Prankster, Shenanigans. Lele could have Taunt. So we do see the Tapu Lele and the Marowak come out here. Right, let's go for that. Follow me. And go for the Trick Room, because Tapu Lele is bound to have Taunt here, I think. Oh, we don't. Okay, that's fine. Like, I don't mind this at all. And Marowak just protects. Okay. So we do reveal the Follow Me unintentionally. Get the Trick Room off. We want the Lucario to go down though now, that's the thing. So what can we do? Can I even find out what hidden power this is? I don't know if I can. It'd be really cool if there was a way to kind of say. Says it's effective, but it's not super effective, so I wonder what it is. I really want the Lucario to go down here. I don't know if we're going to. Let's get some chip damage onto this Celesteela, and I'm just going to protect Oranguru this turn. Because I don't want it taking a Leech Seed or anything like that. I want to try and preserve it for when we can hopefully get Lucario off the field. It is underspeeding everything with that Iron Ball. And we did get some decent damage onto it. Right. There's the Marowak Boomerang. This is great. So we lose Lucario, which is exactly what we wanted. And now we can get a free switch into that Dhelmise. There's the Leech Seed that we were kind of fearing a little bit. Right, so let's bring in the Dhelmise. And I think what I'll do is go for the Tectonic Rage into the Marowak slot. We've got a bank on it, us being slow, which we probably should be. So let's go for that. And I'm going to switch in. Yeah, I'll switch in Torkoal for the Oranguru. The only thing is we might get Leech Seeded, which isn't ideal, but won't be the worst thing in the world. So as long as we underspeed this Marowak, we will be alright. Ah, it protects though. That is not ideal. And this is not ideal if that Celesteela goes for a Flamethrower into the Dhelmise. We should get some good damage onto it regardless. It's just we can't Earthquake this next turn because we've got like... Okay, and there's a Flamethrower, so we might lose Dhelmise here. Will we? No. But we're losing Trick Room turns, like, really badly, which isn't great at all. If I go for an Earthquake, and I'm just going to protect Torkoal, Dhelmise will go down, we'll get Oranguru, and we've kind of got to start really taking advantage of these. And we just see the Gyarados switch in. But like I say, if we... Yeah, this isn't great at all. At all. Okay. But I wonder if an Eruption and a Power Whip's enough to take down that Gyarados. Probably not after the Intimidate, but you never know. We'll go for it anyway because we've not really got anything else to do. I don't really want to switch the Oranguru back in to take any damage. We've got to hold this Power Whip hits. But the Celesteela can't protect this next turn, so... potentially has to switch out, and we'll probably see the Tapu Lele come back in. Oh, the Celesteela going for double protect, getting it, and Gyarados going for the protect as well, just to burn that Trick Room. Not ideal. Okay. And the Trick Room ends. So I'm going to protect Dhelmise this turn. Fear of a Flamethrower coming out onto it. Switch Torkoal out into Oranguru. And I have to try and get another Trick Room up, really. But the other problem is the sun's going to end in a couple of turns, I think. So we kind of probably need to kind of time bringing Torkoal back in a bit better. We are going to see a Tectonic Rage from this Gyarados. We'll be into that Torkoal slot, so it will be into the Oranguru. I don't think we set ourselves up too well here. I think we're too worried about Raw and Taunt and bringing the Lucario when we could have brought something else that would have been a bit more beneficial. So we do take the Tectonic Rage quite comfortably from that Gyarados. Celesteela going for the Flamethrower into the Dhelmise. So I will just go for a Power Whip into the Gyarados, try and get some damage off onto it, and go for a Trick Room with the Oranguru here. So Gyarados going for an Earthquake. This will just proc this Citrus Berry on our Oranguru. Do a little bit of chip to the Dhelmise. Okay. And there's a heavy slam. Is it into the Oranguru? Oh, that's way better. So we get the Power Whip into the Gyarados. Oh, it does so much damage. Okay, that's really good. So the sunlight fades now. So I think this is my chance to get the yeah, let's go for Power Whip again. The Gyarados has got to, I would say, got to switch out at this point, right? Has to. But I really need to get the Torkoal onto the field. Just I don't want the Dhelmise just to take a Flamethrower, so I'm going to protect it, expecting the Gyarados to either switch out or protect. And I'm going to try and get Torkoal in for free here. Do we see protect? Dhelmise protects. Is Gyarados going to protect? Gyarados protects. Excellent. So we're probably going to see that Flamethrower into the Dhelmise, and then this next turn we're in a really good position. Oh, we just see a Leech Seed. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Because we can just go for that Power Whip into the Gyarados and an Eruption here. But the Celesteela is probably just going to protect. So the Gyarados actually withdraws. Marowak comes in. Well, this isn't bad because at least we're getting more damage onto it. Celesteela protects. Do get the Eruption off. See how much damage we do. Wow, okay. That's definitely going to pick up the kill next turn. So we're really threatening this Celesteela this next turn. So I think what I'll do, predicting the Gyarados to kind of come in on that slot, I'll go for an Eruption, which should be enough to pick up the KO onto the Marowak. And I'm going to Power Whip into the Celesteela slot as well, expecting, yeah, the Gyarados to come in here, because the Eruption, yeah, probably won't be enough to pick up the KO on the Gyarados, but a combination of the Eruption and the Power Whip will be. So there's a protect from the Marowak. We need this Power Whip to hit here. Really do. Yeah, it does. So we get the Gyarados here, which is nice. Hopefully we've still got one turn of Trick Room left. One or two. I don't know how many we've got. If we've got one more after this, that puts us in such a nice position. Now we are going to see the Celesteela just protect here. Let's see what we've got. One turn of Trick Room left. Do I just go for... I think the Marowak's got to switch out really, or it lose. Yeah, it just goes down. I'm gonna go for an Anchor Shot, and I'm gonna go for an Eruption as well. So the Celesteela protects. We're not gonna see the Marowak switch out. I just went for the Anchor Shot just in case we saw the Lele come in on that slot. But we are gonna get the Eruption off. That is enough to pick up the KO there on the Marowak. And there's the Anchor Shot into the Celesteela. We take a little bit more chip from that Leech Seed, which is not ideal. And the dimensions turn back to normal. Right, what we've got to do here is get this... Get the Oranguru in. And then get the Trick Room up and get the Torkoal. Yeah. So I'll just protect the Dhelmise here, because we've got to see a Flamethrower come out into it. Oh, the Oranguru is so low in health though, that's the only problem. I don't think we're going to be able to get another Trick Room up, but if the sunlight fades maybe next turn. If we survive this, we should be alright to get the sun back up, but now we're not going to, are we? That is a bit of a shame. And just a Flamethrower into that Dhelmise. Sun faded. So, we kind of time it right, I guess, in that respect, but... I don't think we're going to be able to take a Psychic from the Tapu Lele, to be honest. No, I doubt it. I think we've got to go for a Protect as well with the Dhelmise. Try and get a double Protect off. And, do we just go for a Heat Wave or a Flamethrower? Let's go for a Heat Wave. Get the double Protect. Okay, so if we can survive the Psychic, we might be able to kill the Celesteela. Nah. Tapu Lele is too strong, and we're going to lose this one, I think. But very well played by my opponent. It felt so messy from us. Let's try and get this Anchor Shot into the Tapu Lele. But I don't think we're going to be able to. Which is super unfortunate, but good game to my opponent. I had a lot of fun playing the team. Like I say, I think we just got a bit clunky with how we wanted to try and set up the Trick Room, and bringing the Lucario, it didn't really do very much. It went down very early on, and yeah, it gives us a nice switch into the Dhelmise in that situation to try and get a Tectonic Rage off, which then we wasted into a Protect with the Marowak. So I think if we'd had something else in that slot, maybe the Drampa even might have been a lot more handy to have in that situation. Or what else did we have on the team? Let's have a quick look on the let's see. To be honest, we probably should have went with Lilligant Oranguru, Lilligant Torkoal as a lead. We could have tried for a Sleep Powder onto the Marowak. I think it would have given us a bit more, a few more options than the Lucario kind of give us in that matchup. It wasn't really offering too much, and at least with that mod we've got a fast way to kind of nuke the Lele, the Celesteela, outside of Trick Room, which we didn't need to necessarily rely on, but that might have been the better way to go. So the Lilligant Torkoal with the Oranguru and Dhelmise in the back, but yeah, never mind. But what we'll do, guys, we'll wrap things up there. We've had really a couple of good games of this, so I hope you've really enjoyed the episode. If you've got any questions or anything about the team, let me know. As I said at the start, I will post the QR code down in the description below. It would be great to hear you guys comments, what you think of the team, what you thought of the episode. what you thought of our kind of analysis at the end of that game too, just to see what ways you kind of thought we could have approached that a bit differently. I don't think our options were too great, so I think what we kind of concluded with was probably the best option. And also just to mention, there was some weird background noise in yesterday's episode. It was the fan. I had a fan on. It was super hot here, so I had a fan on, and that was the background noise. There is no background noise today though, so if there is today, let me know. There shouldn't be. I've not got the fan on, so that was that anyway. But guys, we'll wrap things up there. Thank you so much for tuning in. As I always say, it is a massive pleasure having you here with me, watching the videos and things like that. If you've got ideas for future QR code teams, do let me know, and I'll start making a list for future weeks. Always want to feature stuff that you guys want to see, and I will always try and do that. But we'll be back tomorrow with an episode of our Battle Spot Double series, where we're playing that just interim team until we do the team builder in a couple of weeks time. So that's that, guys. I'll let you go away, enjoy the rest of the evenings, whatever you're doing. Take care of yourselves, have a great time, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I will see you then. So until then, bye bye.